Hey, thank you so much for watching, listening. Totally excited to have you here. And, hello, you need to subscribe. You're like, duh. Of course you need to subscribe, because if for nothing else, the jokes are so fantastic. So, before the crowbar was invented, crows drank at home. Get it? The crowbar. You know what I do? Okay. But we have a really cool guest for you. This is Kellie Copeland. Thank you so much.
Hey, I'm so glad to be here.
I know. Like, I've heard of you, seen you from a distance for literally decades. So I'm like, ooh, cool. I get to meet you.
How can our parents be such friends?
Mm-hmm. And
this is the first time. This is our first time to meet.
Mm-hmm. It's a little bizarre.
It is wild.
Mm-hmm. So, like, where'd you grow
You
up?
probably like me now better than maybe the past, so that's a good thing.
I'm sure.
I'm better.
Well, and me in the past was like, you know, twitch, quirk. So you grew up in Dallas?
Fort Worth.
Yep.
Yeah.
And what was that like for you?
Well, growing up with my mom and dad and being in the ministry, I mean, of course, it's the only world we know.
Kenneth and Gloria Copeland,
Kenneth and Gloria
parents.
Copeland,
Yep.
yes. But, you know, I'm so grateful for the life of faith, the trust in God, for the foundation that they gave me.
Yeah.
They gave me the foundation that allowed me to gain more, you know, in my walk, in my life. They gave me the foundation that allowed me to go, I don't have enough. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we get stuck when we can't say, I need more.
Yeah.
So I'm really grateful. Life was, you know, I don't remember anybody not liking me until like 6th grade, and I disregarded those. And then later I had some trouble and stuff, but God was there.
Yeah.
He
Like what
took
trouble?
me through. Oh, divorce, hurt, shame.
Yeah.
The Lord diagnosed abandonment in me. I think He's big on diagnosing right now. So it's freedom and healing to hear Him say what needs to change. And so I'm very grateful to Him. I don't know where I'd be.
Yeah. And you have kids?
Lots of kids. I've got 5 kids, 4 grown, you know, 30 plus, 30 to 40-year-olds, and then a 12-year-old.
That's fun.
That is fun. It is fun. Grandkids, and it's fun.
Very cool. How many
Yeah.
grandkids?
I have 8 grandkids.
8? Mm-hmm. Huh. And what's the range on your 8 grandkids?
Well, I have 2 that are about 4 days apart that are 6 months old, and all the way up to 11. I have 2 in heaven, and that was a real pain and process for those 2 things, those 2 events. Was a twin who lived 3 weeks, and then a grandson who was almost 3 who drowned. But the Lord, you know, we say, I know in ministry we say, oh, the Lord is enough for every situation. But I hadn't really been through anything like that. But He was, and is. It's still walking us through all that.
How long
But
ago
I
did
love
that happen?
sometimes I don't even qualify, you know, that they're in heaven.
Yeah.
Because they're my grandkids, and the reality of that just had to come through the Lord, you know. They're there, they're thriving. So we've had a lot of miraculous encounters with the Lord over that.
How long ago did that happen?
That was about 2.5 years ago.
So kind of in the COVID season.
Right at, not long after that.
Some of that. Huh. That's a tough time.
It was tough. It was.
Really, really. And like you said, growing up till 6th grade, you thought everybody liked you?
Yeah. Then there were these 2 brothers at the bus stop that apparently made fun of me. They made fun of me. But you know, the Lord always brings things full circle. I don't even know why I'm sharing this. It's not a common story I tell, but these 2 boys, if you're listening, God bless you. These 2 brothers, twins, they made fun of me and they called me Kellie Gooberland. And we had moved to the other side of town and switched schools, and it's the first time I really remember going to the bus stop. And so they had those words for me. So later I realized how bullied I was in that season and how that did tear me down. I didn't give a lot of account to it at the time. But then years later, I was probably 20 maybe. My dad wanted me to go with him to buy a car for my mom as a gift. So we went into the dealership, and it was these boys.
No way.
One of the boys was the salesman. And so we walked in, and He's like, "Oh, sir, nice to meet you." Blah, blah, blah. And my dad's, going to come in, pay cash for car, and he's buying this car from this guy. I'm like, but Dad introduced us. I go, "Oh, we've met. Remember?"
Holy
That
buckets.
was just a moment. It didn't mean anything probably to him, but it was kind of a full circle moment for me.
So what grade were you when they were doing that?
I was about 5th grade, I guess. Yeah, 5th grade.
Then in the car transaction, was he very personable and friendly and nice and all?
Oh, the second he was like, he just really got uncomfortable.
Huh.
Yeah.
Did he apologize or anything?
Oh, no.
Do you
I
think
told
he
him, I said,
remember?
"You used to call me Kellie Gooberlin, remember, at the bus stop?" And he just kind of got flustered. I do think that I've learned that it's okay to call people out on stuff like that. That's not unforgiveness to draw a line and go, It was just kind of a joy for me.
Yeah. And I've done that. I had somebody tell me the other day at church, they're like, "Yeah, I'm going to travel with you." I'm like, "No, you're not."
Boundaries. I've learned boundaries in my later life.
Yeah.
It's a big word.
Yeah.
It's
So what do
good.
you do to relax?
I have this porch swing on my back porch, and it's one of those twin bed size big old porch swing. And on the days that I can, and it's not sweltering hot in Texas, sometimes even when it is, I think to just get out there and let the wind blow and have your word and talk to the Lord. That is the most relaxing spirit, soul, and body thing that I can do. But I really enjoy being with my family as far as just having that soul replenished, your social life replenished, being with the good friends or my kids, grandkids.
Yeah. Do any sports? Like,
No,
I'm
I'm not that person. My brother is.
You have chicken and pickle down there.
We do, and I keep hearing that old people play pickle, so I thought, well, maybe.
Pickleball, right?
Yeah.
Do you have a brother that's all sporty?
My brother is terribly sporty. He is like good at everything. He just put on a pair of skis and ski when he was a little kid, put on a snowboard, just do it, just do whatever. And it just was never easy for me.
Did you ski?
I do ski, but I didn't do well at snowboarding.
Did you come
I
here
went
to
back
do
to
that?
skiing. We could go to Steamboat Springs mostly, sometimes Beaver Creek, and
Yeah.
I really miss it. We came every year to ski, even as my kids were growing up.
Yeah. So, and you like, because I've been to Beaver Creek.
I like Beaver Creek.
Where do you like to go at Beaver Creek?
I like that. My mom and I were always all about the lunch. So I think, I'm trying to think what the
hot cookies at the end of the day?
hot cookies and the lunch. So we would go, I forget all the runs at Beaver Creek.
Strawberry,
Is
there's that
Gopher
strawberry
Gorge,
field.
Is that at Beaver
Yeah,
Creek? or
Gopher,
is
I think
that-
it's up there.
I get that and
And
Steamboat
those
mixed up.
greens at the very top.
Yes.
You just get up there and do all those green loops, the easy ones, right?
The easy one. It's fun where you can just go fast and you kind of start to where you look good.
Yeah.
On those fast and
There's
fun.
a one that's like, I think it's Strawberry Fields. That might be the lift. This is strawberry.
Oh, right under there, yeah.
And it's a go fast.
I like that.
You
I
wear a
like the
helmet?
blues. I would today, I didn't in the 80s and the 90s. It messed up my hair. I don't care about any of that now. But I haven't been in a long time.
Yeah.
I really look forward to going again.
Yeah. Well, it was hard
Just
with
too
COVID.
busy. Yeah.
And COVID made it really weird. Yeah. And then, like, even now, I bought a 4-pack, and they're like, you have to make a reservation. I'm like, no. A little cranky about that idea.
Well, my dad, I would freeze. My toes
Yeah.
would just freeze, and he'd say, "You need to wear a hat." I'm like, that is not possible. It's my toes. My toes are cold. My head is fine. You need to wear a hat. You need to wear a hat. And I never would want to wear a hat. And so finally, I got a little older, and I put on a whole hat, and wow,
Your feet were
my
warm.
feet were warm. Such wisdom.
And you tried snowboarding?
I did for about 3 days. And
Did you
I
take
just
lessons?
said, I did. And I just spent the whole time on my rear. I feel like if I had gone one more day, I probably would have gotten it. But I went back to skiing.
Yeah.
Like,
And why
I'm
not?
tired of falling.
Do you do long
Because
skis?
I hardly ever fall when I ski. And I
Right.
do green and blue. I do mostly blue. And
You like moguls?
not really.
No.
I took a mogul class, and I'm like, I still didn't like it.
Right. This is
I
too
thought,
much work.
Why?
Yeah, just
I'm not.
go
I'm
point
not
and go.
that skier. Yeah, I'm that. Let's go enjoy and then go have lunch. Go have a cookie after.
That's great.
My favorite thing probably was watching the kids, in
Yeah.
their little classes.
Yeah. And so you took all your kids skiing? Mm-hmm. Snowboarding?
They went.
What did they prefer?
They snowboard. They learned to ski and then they switched to snowboarding.
Do they still?
It's just been a long time since any of us have been.
Yeah. Like a long time, 10 years?
Just probably.
Yeah, I gotcha. And it's changed a lot.
In what way?
So before, there was a big, everything used to be kind of independent. Like you'd have individual ski resorts. And now they've kind of consolidated. So there's these groups. So it's like this group, Epic group. And so you have Beaver Creek, Vale, Keystone, are part of this big, and then consortium. And so it's a nationwide, and actually Whistler's part of that group, Vermont, they have this whole big thing, and in the past, you just went off buy a ticket from one ski resort. And now it's just consolidated, and it's, in my opinion, it's a lot more expensive.
I was going to say, I looked at the prices on Steamboat this year. It was
Unbelievable.
radical. My parents had a house and sold it a few years ago, and that was one reason why it wasn't as easy to go anymore.
Sure.
So they were kind of looking at New Mexico because it was
Lake
lot
Taos
less.
and all that. Yeah. Well, I tried to get just a one-off lift ticket last year, and they told me the price for one day, and I'm like, oh no.
You have to be a prosperity preacher to go skiing.
No, I'm not doing that. I mean, I'm not doing that. Prosperity, not prosperity. I'm not paying that because, it was like half the price of when I bought a full season pass some years back.
That's
It
ridiculous.
was ridiculous, yeah. But you do need to wear a helmet.
I think so too. It's smart.
You should wear a helmet because of the crazy people on the mountain.
Well, I bought one. The last time I skied, I wore one.
Remember, a lot of people smoke weed up here.
Oh, I forget about that.
Mile high, baby. You don't want them coming through the trees and clipping your head, right? No, wear a helmet.
All the kids would wear a helmet now.
That's good.
Yeah, I would
That's
do that,
good.
definitely.
That's good. Do you like to read?
I love to read.
What do you like to read?
Lately, I haven't been reading just for fun. I've just been so hungry. There's just been some. I think that when those things happened to me, and I was like, I need more. I just got so hungry for the Lord that I really enjoyed picking up a book from someone out of a different kind of circle of the body of Christ, and drinking that that I don't know.
Yep.
And so that's where mostly I would read. But I've kind of time-wise, it seems like I would have to get an Audible. Lately, I've bought some books on Audible just because it just feels busy.
Yep. And so different streams. Who are you reading different streams?
Bill Johnson. Of course, it doesn't. You listen and you think, well, this isn't that different,
right?
Or Katie Souza, Robert Henderson. I know y'all had him here, and let's see. I read. Landon Schott has a book about Jezebel, so I've been reading that.
Yeah.
There's just so many.
Try any R.T. Kendall?
No. Who's R.T. Kendall?
Yeah, really good. He'll tell you his initials stand for right theology. God bless R.T. He's really smart and great. Probably his most well-known is, what's the forgiveness one? Somebody help me. Isabel, what was the forgiveness one? Anyways, it was really, Total forgiveness. That's it. That's it. Yeah.
That's so good.
Seriously, phenomenal. And he writes, and God meant it for good. Really, really good. R.T. Kendall, he's fantastic.
There's a book that I did get the Kindle, which is a little ironic because it's called Sacred Rest.
Yeah.
Have you listened to Dr. Sandra?
I've heard of that. Yeah.
Oh my word. It's like nailing me to the wall with every word because it's like she gives you the signs of fatigue, that you're emotionally fatigued, signs that you're fatigued in this area, and then signs how to be restored in those things. So I should have time to read, but I'm not rested. So anyway, so the Lord has been talking to me about all that. It's funny that you asked me about what I read because I love to read and I haven't done enough.
Yeah.
Made the time. So I've tried to start doing it, reading at night just a little bit.
Yeah, and on your porch swing.
And on my porch swing.
Yeah. I get that.
I love that.
Totally get it. All right. Well, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you for watching. Hit the notification bell right there. We'll keep you posted when we put up new content. Here's a question for you to think about. What's your favorite activity you like to do outside? It's got to be outside. You're like, well, then put that in the comments. Again, thanks so much. And make sure you subscribe. Thank you for subscribing because we got great content, great interviews, and fun stuff. So thanks again.